alive, beautiful people. What's happening, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Do you know why the sun doesn't go to college? Because it has 1,000,000 degrees. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, Europe. And welcome, everyone, to our live stream. Let me know how you're doing. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to type your questions and interact with me. And I'll do my best to answer all your questions towards the end of this broadcast. Let me know how you're doing in the comments box below. Like, share, subscribe, and support us in delivering more great content. This is the only thing you have to do for us to keep broadcasting and keep broadcasting every day and bring you the latest news. Let's see what's happening today, guys. We are 8 minutes after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We are almost half an hour before the US markets open. We had an amazing trading day today. Let's see if it's going to continue after the US markets open. After a quiet start yesterday with the economic calendar almost empty, today things started picking up a bit. This morning we saw negative opening for the European indices, including the non-European FTSE 100, and a very good start of the day for the euro and the pound, guys, which both rallied all day today. Now let's get down to business and see what else is happening in the markets on this beautiful Tuesday, 11th of May, 2021. And meanwhile, type your questions, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel, and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. Right. Big sell-off on Wall Street yesterday with the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 closing the session in red, and today doesn't look any better so far. The tech-heavy Nasdaq is pointing to a drop of over 1% pre-US markets open. The Dow Jones and the S&P 500 both slide at 0.4%, 0.7% respectively pre-US markets open. Big news on cryptocurrencies, people. Bitcoin and Ethereum were tanking today along with the entire crypto spectrum. After the hacker group called the Dark Side that hacked into the biggest US pipeline on Sunday asked for payment in Bitcoin, drawing fresh attention to how the anonymity and untraceability offered by cryptocurrencies facilitate global crime. Bitcoin dropped almost 5%, Ethereum lost 3.5%, and Dogecoin shook off as well after Elon Musk attempted to undo the damage done by his Saturday night live appearance by canvassing Twitter on whether Tesla should accept it or not. Right, I'm getting fed up with this manipulation of the markets, and you can clearly see the impact. Okay, the news like this, where anyone's involvement, anyone big enough, okay, to shake off the markets, yeah, you can see the impact. I am personally fed up with it, guys. That's why I'm not really promoting the crypto spectrum a lot unless you really know what you're doing. If you're just getting your news from unreliable sources, let's say, then probably you won't go anywhere. But anyway, moving on. Crude oil WTI suffers small losses today, waiting for the OPEC monthly report and the API data, which will be announced in a few hours from now. I'm going to show you the charts in a minute, guys. Crude oil doesn't look very well, but it doesn't look bad either. It might be an interesting buying opportunity for some. It might be an interesting selling opportunity for others. Now, on the same note, Colonial Pipeline said it expects flows throughout its fuel pipelines to the East Coast to be substantially restored by the weekend, ensuring once again that the dislocation to the oil market from last week's cyber attack on it remains relatively limited. Well, I do appreciate the comments, but we shall see. Yeah, we shall see the impact of this hacker attack on cryptocurrencies. We shall see the impact of this hacker attack on the price of oil and why not? Okay, all over the charts. Now, stay with me, guys. We're coming back live in exactly 30 seconds. US markets open. Coming up. We're back, beautiful people. We're going to start with the economic calendar for today. Like every other day, it's very important to know what's happening in the economic calendar, lovely people. So we had a few announcements, as I said a few minutes ago. Things started picking up on the European trading session. We had a couple of announcements. We had an OPEC monthly report, which was released earlier on. Still no details on the report. We had a consumer price index coming up from Brazil. In exactly 45 minutes from now, we're going to have the JOLT job openings for March, which is very, very important, especially if it comes after the, let's say, disappointing numbers that we saw on the non-farm payroll on Friday. We're going to have Governor Bailey holding a press conference at 5:30 GMT plus 3 guys. And in the same time, we're going to have a cascade of FOMC members holding a press conference. And just before midnight at 11:30 GMT plus 3, we're going to have the API weekly crude oil stock, which is announced just one day ahead the crude oil inventories. Now we have great news today. Less great news for AstraZeneca, for example. Let's have a quick look at AstraZeneca. Apparently, the European Union and AstraZeneca still have some things to sort out, and they are walking on very thin ice. The European Union wants AstraZeneca basically to deliver at least 120 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccine by the end of June this year. A lawyer representing the European Union said this morning at the opening of a legal case against the company over delayed supplies. Once again, Europe has delayed supplies. Once again, the European Union is suffering as spreading the vaccine across the countries that need it seems to be very difficult. The lawyer was speaking in a Belgian court as proceedings in the second legal case brought by the European Commission against the Anglo-Swedish drug maker got underway. AstraZeneca had originally agreed with the European Union to deliver 300 million doses by the end of June, but has so far delivered only 50 million. Yeah, well, what do you know? And has said it aims to ship 100 million shots by the end of June. Probably that's why we see a bit of pressure on AstraZeneca. Officials familiar with the case said the lawsuit is mostly procedural, highlighting to the merits of the issue after a first case was launched in April and would allow the European Union to seek possible financial penalties. A request for a provisional compensation of €1 was put forward by the European Union while damages were assessed, but a demand for real compensation for what the European Union deems a breach of contract by AstraZeneca would be decided at a later stage. A lawyer for AstraZeneca complained in the court that the European Union's executive had launched a second case given that one has already been opened. Well, more and more pressure is being put on AstraZeneca, guys, by the European Union. Hopefully, yeah, and they're gonna get this issue sorted, managing to vaccine half of the population in the European Union, 51% reaching immunization, basically, okay, on the people. So we can line up with other states, yeah, like Israel, like the United States, yeah, like Russia, for example. I don't know exactly how good Russia is doing in terms of COVID-19, as the information, it doesn't get to Europe straight away. Okay, so we're gonna see what's happening, but I do wish we all lined up with Israel, which managed to reach immunization after vaccinating over 51% of the population. Right, let's have a quick look at some stocks in focus today, guys, and then we're gonna move on to the charts of the day and the signals of the day. It's gonna be a short one today. I'm not gonna hold you for too long, as you might want to get some positions ready for the US markets open, which will happen in exactly 15 minutes from now. Right, Tesla stock fell 7.2% after signs of trouble from the electric car maker in China emerged. The country's Passenger Car Association reported a 27% drop of locally made cars in April, while Reuters reported the company decided against acquiring more land next to its Shanghai plant. But who cares about Tesla, guys? We got Bitcoin. Elon Musk has a lot of Bitcoin to worry about, so who cares about Tesla? Right, let's move on. Palantir Technologies stock slumped 10% after the data analytics company net loss widened to $123.5 million in the quarter from $54.3 million a year earlier. That said, sales estimates came in ahead of expectations as it clinched more software contracts from businesses and governments across the world. Right, a drop of 13% was noticed today on Novavax after the drug maker pushed back its timetable for seeking COVID-19 vaccine approvals, saying it won't apply for regulatory approval in the US, UK and Europe until the third quarter. Well, what's the point then? Right, let's see what else happened. Right, we're looking at Virgin Galactic, guys, dropping over 20% after the space travel company posted a first quarter loss of $130 million and said it was evaluating the timing of its next flight test. Once again, we have Bitcoin, guys. We don't care about anything else. Callaway Golf stock rose 6.9% after the golf equipment and apparel company reported better than expected first quarter profit and sales, saying demand for its products has never been higher, one of the beneficiaries of the pandemic. So we have quite a few stocks in focus today, guys. We're looking at Tesla, which dropped. We're looking at Virgin Galactic, which dropped 20%, guys. If this drop will continue, keep an eye on it. It might be good to buy at some point when we get fed up with living on Earth, basically, and we want to move to Mars, yeah, or to the moon. God knows. I'm really curious if there will be a crypto exchange on the moon. Right, now, what else we have? Novavax down 13%. We have Palantir Technologies down 10%. Tesla down 7.2%. Okay, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Alphabet, they all dropped today pre-markets open. I'm wondering what's happening, guys. Is the sell-off going to continue? Are we getting ready to shake off the markets? Who knows? But we're going to find out in 15 minutes, in 10 minutes from now. So I'm coming back live in a few with the charts of the day and the signals of the day. And who knows, maybe we're going to catch together the US markets open. If you have any questions, type your questions and I'll do my best to help. And this is it. Stay tuned.
Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right, and we're back, beautiful people. Let's have a quick look at the charts of the day and see how the most traded assets performed today on the European trading session and wait for the US markets open together. There we go. We're only 10 minutes away from the US markets open. I'm going to start with crude oil WTI futures on a 60-minute chart. Once again, guys, 63.88 as we speak, 63.90. The price fell below the 200 moving average. We see the price falling during the European trading session. We see the price falling during the Asian trading session last night. Okay, 63.88 with the RSI pointing downwards, stochastic pointing downwards. Is there life after the hack at Colonial Pipeline? 63.22 is the first support level the price will meet in its journey downwards. Okay, so keep an eye on that level, guys. 63.22 is where you want to be for a buy or, who knows, maybe a sell position. All right, let's move on to the Euro US dollar, guys. The Euro done tremendously well on the European trading session today. It pushed higher to somewhere around the 121.80 mark. We saw a rejection from that resistance level, 121.53, 121.52 this afternoon. Let's see what's going to happen. RSI is pointing downwards. Stochastic is pointing downwards. So after pushing up on the European trading session, it makes a bit of sense for the markets to melt down a bit. Yeah, to succumb to profit taking from traders that opened buy positions this morning. Good day for the pound as well. We saw the pound pushing higher, very shy though. Again, we can see a double top up there. The pound is dropping as we speak, 141.23 after reaching 141.58 an hour ago or so. RSI pointing downwards, stochastic pointing downwards. Yes, so don't be surprised if we're going to see a retest of that 50 MA. Let's move on. Let's see what's happening with the USD JPY, guys, which nosedived all the way today. There we go, 108.47 as we speak, with the RSI and stochastic way down into the oversold levels. There might be a correction on the market. We see an interesting support level on a 1 hour chart where the price action is now. So I'm not going to be surprised if we're going to see the US dollar pushing higher today versus the Japanese yen. Okay, and as this is what is usually happening. Whenever you see an asset trading lower on the European trading session, you might want to expect that asset to turn around when the US markets open. I hope that makes sense. Alrighty. Now, let's move on. The Australian dollar, the Aussie dollar started dropping a bit versus the US dollar as we got closer to the US markets open. It was very shy on the European trading session today. Nothing really happened. We saw the Aussie dollar pushing a tad higher, but this is it. Not enough for trading. Not enough for a buy position. Okay, very likely, as the movement was very tiny. Let's see. USD CAD is trying some sort of a correction, or at least a retest to either the 50 or the 200 moving average. Again, very slow motion trading for the USD CAD today. Hopefully it's going to start picking up a bit in 6 minutes from now once the US markets open. We can see the RSI again very shy. It didn't manage to go into the overbought levels. Okay, highlighting more likely we're going to see a downtrend than an uptrend, but let's wait for the markets open to confirm. Meanwhile, let's see what's going to happen with the S&P 500, guys, and with the Dow Jones and with the Nasdaq, which all point to a lower open today. We saw the S&P and the Dow Jones shedding 0.4 and 0.7% respectively pre-US markets open today. We saw the Nasdaq dropping 1% or a bit over 1%, which is a bit alarming if you think about it. Very curious to see what the opening will be today. Most probably it's going to be to the downside. Let's see. If the opening is to the downside, then we should see the US dollar pushing a bit higher, as there tends to be a negative correlation between the stock markets and the US dollar. Just like we saw this morning, lovely people, on the CAC 40 and the DAX 30 versus the euro. Yeah, the lower the CAC and the euro was, and the DAX was pushing, the higher the euro was pushing. So very interesting to see what follows next. We saw a lot of red on the charts at closing yesterday, guys. We saw Apple closing in the red, 126.85 for Apple at closing yesterday. There we go. Yeah, we see that U-turn that happened. We also see the price falling below the 200 moving average. So let's see what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to see 120. Maybe we're going to see 116 for Apple after the US markets open. Or who knows, maybe it's going to recover. Right, we're looking at Amazon that closed the day in red as well. Wow, check out that dead cross there to be formed by the 50 and the 200 moving average. 3,190.49 at closing yesterday for Amazon, with the RSI and stochastic way almost off the charts into the oversold territories. Nvidia closed in red as well, falling below the 200 moving average, $570.63 at closing yesterday, with again a dead cross to be formed there by the 200 and the 50 MA. We see the RSI not making it into the oversold levels, so I'm afraid, I'm a bit terrified to see what's going to happen with Nvidia after the US markets open. Right, let's have a quick look at the US dollar index, guys, which has been nosediving the entire day today, the entire European trading session. We see a shy recovery right now, 91.65 for the US dollar index, with the RSI and the stochastic turning around from oversold territories, pointing upwards. So I don't know, we might see a retest to the 50 MA, continuing the downtrend, or we might see a good push depending on how the jolt openings will come out in 40 minutes or half an hour from now. Okay, this is probably the catalyst that the US dollar is waiting for today. Right, but we're looking at gold futures, guys, which are trading lower. It only started trading lower a couple of hours ago. You can see how it moved on the European trading session. It pushed a bit higher, very, very shy though. And as we got closer to the US markets open, we see gold futures trading at $1,819.45 and dropping. That 200 moving average at 1,806.52 is where I'm keeping an eye on and see if we're going to see a rejection or if we're going to see a continuation of the downtrend for gold. Okay, gold is heading to the downside a few minutes before the US markets open. We can see stochastic turning around from the overbought levels and pointing downwards sharply. And if that's the case, probably going to witness a steep drop at the US markets open. Now, talking about the US markets open, we're exactly 3 minutes away from that. So stay with me, guys. Let's see how the S&P and the Dow will open today. Meanwhile, we're looking at Brent oil futures at $67.38. Once again, mimicking the drop on crude oil WTI as well. Let's see what's going to happen. Silver, guys. Silver is tumbling as well. 27.26 as we speak. Again, with the RSI pointing downwards and turning around from the 50% level, which indicates potential downtrend. We're looking at stochastic turning around from the overbought levels and pointing downwards sharply. So brace. We might see a retest of that 200 moving average in less than 2 minutes from now. Stay with me, we're going to resume in a minute. Right, Tesla, guys. Here's what's happening with Tesla a minute or two before the US markets open. $601, big gap at the open to the downside for Tesla, dropping from where it closed yesterday at $629 and opening very close to $600 today. Right, very interesting move for Tesla. But anyway, who cares? We got Bitcoin. Right, let's have a look at Facebook, which opened to the downside, $301.42. Right, Alibaba to the downside, $213.20 for Alibaba at the opening today. We can see the last 3, 4, 5 trading sessions and the gaps that Alibaba Group Holdings has in its share price. $213.92, lower opening for Alibaba. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, guys, everyone's favorite, and see how Bitcoin is nosediving today, trading at 55,016.4. Okay, this is basically the movement that Bitcoin did today. Let's not forget, cryptocurrencies are traded 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, as they are decentralized assets. Let's have a quick look at Ethereum, lovely people. 3,916 for Ethereum, 309,013 for Ethereum. After we saw that double top up there created a couple of days ago, and ever since the price did not manage to go back to the same levels. But I'm gonna come back live in less than 30 seconds with the signals of the day.
Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right, then we're back with the signals of the day, guys, and then we're going to have a quick look at the charts once again to see how the S&P and the Dow opened. Okay, we're looking at strong sell indications on small time frames on a 5-minute and a 50-minute chart for the euro and the pound. And I'll tell you why, guys, because I've been streaming since London opening this morning. And for the entire day, the euro and the pound versus the US dollar were stuck in 4 strong buy positions. Okay, we saw a strong sell on USD JPY. Okay, we saw a strong buy on the Aussie dollar, we saw a strong buy on the Kiwi dollar on the European trading session, and now everything that was green on the European trading session is turning red. It's worth noting that the euro, the pound, the Aussie dollar, and the Kiwi dollar tend to move together in the same direction versus the US dollar. So this being said, USD CHF strong buy indications, at least for now. AUD USD strong sell indications, Euro strong sell, the pound strong sell versus the US dollar. The Kiwi dollar turned into a strong sell on 3 out of the 4 time frames. The euro again is dropping versus the Japanese yen after it pushed higher the entire European trading session. The charts, the trading signals were so beautiful this morning and so clear and so clean. I finally managed to see all over the board 4 of a kind, guys. This is how the signals were today on the European trading session. Either 4 strong sell indications or 4 strong buy indications, and that was it. It was very, very simple, very easy to follow. And some traders that followed probably made a bit of profit if they managed to close their trades before this strong sell happened. Now let's go back to the live charts and see how the S&P and the Dow opened today. Wow, there we go, guys. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. That's the retest of that 200 moving average to the downside, guys. 400, 134.50 at the opening today for the S&P 500. And there we go. The Dow took it a bit easier than the S&P 500. Still targeting that 50 MA. We see it moving through that 50 MA to the downside. 34,439.58 as things stand right now. Look at the clear indication of the RSI and the stochastic at the bottom of the charts, guys. Have a look at this. There's the RSI pointing downwards. There's the oversold level. Yeah, the RSI has still a bit more space to go. There's the stochastic, guys. Yeah, clear indication of an opening to the downside, guys, of a potential downtrend. Okay, look how clear these lines are and how well apart they are. This is how you use technical indicators in trading. And as targets, you can look at the 50 MA, you can look at the 200 MA, or any other moving averages you might have set on your trading device, yeah, on your trading platform. Right, very bad opening today, guys. Big sell-off is happening on Wall Street as we speak. Yeah. Let's see. We saw that retest. We need this gap to be filled at some point. The question is it going to happen now, or is it going to take a bit longer when that happens? Just for you to know when to place yourself on the markets to avoid a bit of a drawdown. Right, let's have a quick look on at the big stocks, at the FANG stocks here. We're looking at Apple, which opened to the downside today, 124.24 as we speak, pushing upwards. It might be interesting to buy, okay, to try and ride the price to close the gap. Amazon, the same, opened to the downside, is pushing a bit higher right now. Nvidia, guys, opened way lower, and just like Apple and Amazon, is trying to recover, is pushing to the upside. Right, gold futures. Right, gold is very undecided on a 1 hour chart. Let's have a look at it on a 5-minute chart. There we go. Yeah, shy correction starting on gold, with the RSI and the stochastic recovering from the oversold levels. It might be good for scalping if you're a fan of scalping, if you know what you're doing. Or you might just want to allow the markets to breathe a bit and ride the trend. Let's have a look at Tesla, guys, once again. Right, $600. Look at that spike, guys. A lot of selling power for Tesla this afternoon. We're looking at the second candlestick, which is turning red. 596 as we speak, guys. Tesla is dropping below the $600 mark. For the first time in quite some time, but once again, who cares? We got Bitcoin, guys. We got Bitcoin, we got Dogecoin, we got the entire crypto spectrum at our disposal. Quick look at Bitcoin versus the US dollar, 55,200 for Bitcoin. Very shy movements for Bitcoin today. Mind you, the price is still subdued by that 50 MA, so let's see what's going to happen. And Ethereum, guys, $3,919.97 for Ethereum, falling below the $4,000 mark. Okay, right, let's have a quick look at some more trading signals. Let's see what investing.com thinks about commodities this afternoon, a few minutes into the US trading session. Right, strong sell indications for gold, silver, and copper, at least on a 5-minute and a 15-minute chart. The daily remains a strong buy for all three of them, but as things stand right now, there's more weakness expected than strength. Crude oil WTI, strong buy on a 5-minute chart. 15 minutes is neutral. The signals seem to be adjusting as we speak. Okay, the daily remains a strong buy. The 5-minute remains a strong buy. We see a strong sell indication on an hourly chart, and the 15-minute chart is neutral. So trade carefully. If you're planning to trade crude oil, WTI, and Brent oil today, trade carefully, guys. Maybe, I don't know, look at it on a smaller time frame after you understand the big picture, the trend. Natural gas seems to be dropping this afternoon. 3 strong sell indications shortly after the US markets open, and US wheat, guys. 4 strong buy indications. Wheat is not dropping anymore. Soft commodities tend to do a bit better when hard commodities are not doing that well. Right, interesting what's happening, guys. We're gonna have the Jolt openings in a few minutes from now. Keep an eye on that. We're gonna have the API crude oil. The API crude oil stock, at 11:30 tonight. And we're going to have the API crude oil inventories tomorrow, guys. All this terminology drives me mad sometimes. But this is it from my side today, guys. I see you don't have a lot of questions, which is fine. You're very, very shy. But hopefully you're going to have some more questions tomorrow. Join me again tomorrow, same time, same place for a new round of market talks. And until then, remember to trade responsibly.